I think we're good. I think we are good. I guess we'll see here in a second. As soon as this pulls up on my iPad, I'll know if we have audio. So there's only been 2 times where we haven't had audio, and I don't know why. So let me see. Do we have audio? Audio? We have audio. Okay. All right, we're good, guys. We are good. Sorry about that. If you're in here hearing me say audio. So all right. What is it? It's Monday. All right, let me see. My frames are good. 30 frames a second. 3,000 kilobytes. 20. There we go. We're good. All right, guys. So yeah, it's Monday. Normally start streaming later in the night. We had a few hours at the end of the day today. I'm gonna hope to get into finishing up some stuff for the last few hours of my work day today, and then probably tonight hop on as well. So, but for now, I think during the stream today we're gonna work on a few different things. Probably going to these bottle openers here. These 6 of them that I got cleaned up. I put a message in the Discord with the picture and everything to show off everybody. But I'm not sure. Yeah, it's going. Okay, the stream's going. I was like, yeah, it's going. Okay. But anyways, these 6 here, I put a picture of them in the Discord, but I'm going to clean them up completely. I gotta get them sanded, the edges put on them and everything, routed. My router's back here. Chamfer on some of them. I'll probably do round over on some of them. So probably do a little bit of try to get most of those pretty well completely finished up. You just got a notification. Okay. Gotcha. Because I was wondering. Oh, is it dropping frames? No, it's not dropping frames. Because on here, on my computer, it still says session is 0. Like, no time at all. So, what's going on, Sasaki? You must have got a notification as well. My computer's being weird. So, what's going on, guys? Alright. So, yeah, we're going to get the bottle openers here. Get those completely cleaned up. I might... you did? Nice. Okay. We're going to do a few different things. More keychains. I only have 15 keychains left. So 15 keychains, and then all those are gone. So, sounds good, man. Sounds good. Yeah, get him helped out, for sure. So, my computer's coming back up. Alright. Let me get these. Let me show these here. So the bottle openers, all but I think 3 or 4 of them that we've done on stream, I got cleaned up today. Well, somewhat cleaned up. This one didn't go as well on the bandsaw. This is the one I decided to quit on after this one here. But I'll show this one. This is another one I decided to quit on. What's going on, Kezi? Is it just me or is the stream laggy for anyone else in the storm, or is it the storms in my area? Let me know if it is laggy. On my computer, it shows that it's super laggy. What's going on, Kizzy? On my laptop, it looks really laggy, but I'm not sure. On here, it looks okay, so... What's going on, Alex? Yeah, checks watch, yeah. So yeah, this is normally the time that I'm in the shop. Like, during my actual work day, this is when I'm actually working. So I got a little bit of... I wanted to, since I hadn't streamed the last 2 nights, I wanted to get on during the day today and do at least a couple hours during the day. Lag spikes. Okay. It was lagging and now it's better. Alright, well. What's going on? Laser Wolf had a 50-foot tall sycamore fall down your backyard. Now I got wood for projects. Nice. Yeah, there's some really nice wooden sycamore. If you cut it a certain way, you could have some really cool rays, like some really cool grain patterns show up in that. So quarter sawn sycamore looks phenomenal. But all right, guys, so I'm going to show off these bottle openers that that just got cut today. So all of these completely rough off the bandsaw, not going to look near as good as they did before, like a shiny like this right now. But that's why we take them through the sanding phases and then go all the way to our finish grit and then put the finish on it to bring it back to life, like the backside there. So this one here is Chechen burl, and then this kind of blood red with these gold flakes in it. That one looked really nice. This is the green one, the dark green with the maple burl. So before you could see the cool colors of the resin, now you can see the cool lines of where the burl and what everything meets. So this is the maple burl. This is the one that Copper Max is more than likely interested in. He's mentioned this one several times. He just wanted to see it cleaned up. But so that one there. This one I'm very excited for. The dark greens, they're gonna look very cool. And then this one you guys all really liked, this dark purple one with this flame box elder burl here. So this purple, whenever we get it all sanded up, be really dark, really deep color. Very, very fun. There's that one. And then this one here, we've got the silver flake in it, and then the emerald green, the weird one where it didn't, none of the flake came to the bottom. It stayed up in the top half. I don't really understand. This was one pour. This was not two pours. This was one pour. So I don't know if the flake was just that much more, I don't know, buoyant. It's weird because in the different color resin it just sank. All of it just sank to the bottom. And in this one it stayed at the top. So I don't know. I haven't poured a ton of these with the bigger flake in it like that. The actual like silver, gold, and the copper flakes. I haven't done a ton with those. So as you can see, there's definitely some chatter from the bandsaw here. That blade I used was dull. Retiring it. I just retired it. So this is the one here. Got a bunch of burning here on the backside for my bandsaw blade being really toast. It is nice and dead straight and everything, but I'll have to sand all that out. This one here is going to be pretty spectacular. This is the custom one here. This one is spoken for, but what I need to do now is completely sand it up and everything to show off this green. Like this Koa green is just stupid curly, and yeah, this red will be translucent here, so you'll be able to see all the way through this red. That was a custom color that the guy picked out for this one. We were getting ready to pour it, and he asked the price on it, and I threw him a price, and he's like, if you can do the red, I'll do it. And so he got it. So just need to get it all sanded and polished up and everything, and this one's gonna be really nice. I'm probably I don't know. I don't even know what side I want to do this one on. I don't know whether I want it to be this side or this side here. We had just a few bubbles up top from like this bark area in this wood, but the bottle opener would cover all of these tiny little bubbles here, the actual bottle opener hardware piece, so it wouldn't be a problem. Or if it's on the back side, it wouldn't be a problem, but there's a tiny, tiny, tiny little bubble here that I could fill with clear and you'd never know. I don't know. This one here, I don't know. I don't know what I need to do. I need to sand both sides and figure out what I need to do real quick. So, and then lastly, the curly walnut one. Walnut doesn't look near as good right off the bandsaw, but this one has the copper color in it and all those copper flakes and everything. So this one here is going to be really nice. The backside was not very flat when we cut the first time, so I decided to kind of hit that on my sander, flatten the backside, and that's when I cut this side. And this side cut much better, so still have some sanding, obviously a lot of sanding to do on that other side to get that completely flat and everything. But this copper one's going to be cool. I'm excited for it. So all of these I will get rough sanded. I'll probably start with 150 grit. Some of these are pretty rough, so I'm going to start, like, if I have 120, I might start with 120. But 150 would be fine. Just take my time sanding, make sure I get all of the like bandsaw cutting marks and everything out. The red one I would leave both sides back so it shows more of the grain, like this here. So that way you see more of the wood, and then the wood off to then the resin off to the side. Yeah, if we did it this way, it'd be, yeah. If I did, that would be the this would be the back side, you'd say. So yeah, I think the curl on both sides is pretty phenomenal. I mean, it's some crazy stuff. This curl through here is just, it's so dense. But all of this like dark here will come out of here because that's all burning from my bandsaw blade. This koa is not the easiest wood to cut either. So yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. Put the bottle opener on the front here as well. Put it up top here and have this grain on bottom kind of be the bam. But it's beautiful for curling. Yes, it is. Yeah, koa is one of those woods where I think it's heavily overused in the woodworking industry. Not woodworking. Sorry. It's heavily overused in the knife making field. Koa is, what's that burl blue slab you've got? Hold on just a second, Kezi. I'll talk about that. Koa it's a Hawaiian koa, so it only grows on Hawaii. There is a like similar species of the same acacia family tree, so it's an acacia tree. It's of the acacia family, I should say. So there's similar species that grow, like Tasmanian blackwood is of the same family, very similar grain, very tight curl and everything as well. But there's only one Hawaiian koa, and it's used an absolute ton in like handles for knives, custom knives and stuff like that. I actually have a knife with koa in it. So this one here, this is koa scales here. So nice natural color and everything, tight curl. It only grows on Hawaii, and the Hawaiian Islands are not huge, so there's this pretty decent and pretty hefty price tag that comes behind it, and I don't want to pay those prices for something I think that is just as equally matched and equally as beautiful with some walnuts. Like some walnut have just as dark a grain and different colored grain and whatnot. But I understand koa. Some people go absolutely crazy over it. It's just not for me. Not. But I do like to work with it every once in a while because it is some beautiful stuff. Every once in a while, a piece of koa will make me go like, damn, like that's a very, very nice piece. But I don't go goo crazy over it like a lot of people do. Redwood, on the other hand, this stuff here, all right, right there. God, that doesn't even look like I'm pointing to the piece. But that one there, this is some stuff that I do go like goo gaga over, or whatever you want to call it. This is redwood burl. Sorry, not redwood burl. Curly redwood, and then a blue, like this is translucent resin here. You'll be able to see my hand behind there. Blah, blah, blah. So I need to sand this other side. This side has been sanded. This side is not. But this is going to probably eventually be a light. I'm probably going to light it from the back side, a wall hanging like art piece with like lights to go down through the back side. So, yep. But what's going on, white boy? Appreciate you joining in, man. You, good sir, were a giveaway winner the other night. I need to message Baz on here because Baz is not in the Discord, I do not think. I was looking earlier and I couldn't find them in the Discord, so they're the next person I need to message to. Perfect, yeah. Next person I need to message to figure out which one they want. But then I think it's after them. I have the list somewhere. It's not here. But there's like 2 people ahead of you, I think. But yeah, congrats, man. I'm going to assume it's on my end of the stream. Just keeps stopping mid-sentence and then skipping ahead, so I'm going to bow out today. Hey, Calm. I'm sorry that... I don't know what's going on. It might be the fact that I'm doing it during the day, and I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm on during the day, and there's just more people, less, like, server connection. I don't know. Winter chicken dinner. Yeah. Welcome, Melissa. How are you doing? We were just showing off the bottle openers that I got cleaned up earlier, and now it's time to put some edges on. I'm gonna sand the faces to 150. That way it's nice and flat and no bumps or any sanding marks or anything that I need to worry about, any discrepancies. But so I'll get all those sanded real quick, and then I will take my router and clean it all up and everything. So so yeah. Let's see what else. I got these 4. This one I'm gonna do as well. If I do this as the front, I probably, there's a really tiny, like, it doesn't, I can see the bottom of this little hole. I probably needed to fill this little tiny one here. Dude, what's going on, Hollander? Welcome in. Love those. I skipped out of my day job today. There you go, Melissa. There you go. Skipping out of your day job. Nice. My dude, what's that? Dude, Hollander, how you doing, man? We're just getting ready to do some work on the old bottle openers. Got these 4, they're hard to carry. Got these 4 and these 2. White boy, you streaming No Man's Sky tonight? Possibly, man. Possibly. I have a lot of stuff that I probably need to do in the shop. But maybe No Man's Sky. We'll see. It's just like I get a lot done in the shop, so it's hard for me right now that I have, like, here's my list of things that, this isn't like custom orders or anything like this, but this is kind of my list of things that I came up with last night of stuff that I need to do. Is there a science to how much dye you add to resin, or is it just kind of wing it? Laser Wolf, for the longest time, for me, it was just winging it, just to try it out, to try to get different looks, to see what happens. And then eventually, yes, I've kind of found like a little bit of a science to it. You kind of find how much pigment to use, how much dye to use, whatnot. So, streaming No Man's Sky, dude, awesome, Hollander. Glad you're getting better, man. Shop tour yet? Probably do a quick shop tour. There's not that many of you guys in here. Let me see. Yeah, we could do a quick shop tour. This area over here is just tools on a bench. Yeah. It's a mess, but we'll do a quick one real quick. So, okay. Alright, let's see here. My phone's good. Okay, so this is the area over here I usually go to for my resin room. This is my little door handle here. And my little resin room. Everybody's seen the resin room. It's where I do the resin pours on like that bench there, and then my pressure pot and stuff is in there. My light's up there. So kind of dark in there right now, but that room there. These are some laser stuff. So yeah, we're having apparently some lagging issues. Hold on. Okay. Not bad though. Well, hopefully that picks up. So anyways, kind of behind me, guys, got the kind of area here that I have some of my more used tools, my drills, routers, stuff like that. Goes good, then lags a bit. I don't know, man. Hopefully it gets better. Let me flip around this camera here. So this is the area. Pretty much all of these tools here on my CNC came from this area here. So got this area nice and clean, and all of my tools made it over here. So this is an area I still need to clean. Obviously I got my boards, clamps, and everything. That'll be easy to clean up. These wood here is just kind of collected for me, using them for this type of stuff and then moving on. But area down below still needs to be cleaned. Kind of other stuff back here. This is kind of where some of my wood storage is over here. Still a mess, but this is all dimensional lumber up top here. These little 2x4 shelves have held their own pretty nicely. I've talked before about this. So this is all the offcut pieces from my scales and stuff that I've kind of started as like an art piece on the ceiling. I'm probably not going to add to it anymore because we're not going to be in the house for too terribly much longer, I don't think. And taking out thousands of like micro pin needles don't sound like fun for that. But that was pretty cool. I mean, it's probably 4 foot by 3.5 foot or so, and all kinds of different species. But back to the wood, different wood species. And then I've got different slabs down here. I've got a couple slabs back behind. I've got some table-sized slabs down below. Some other slabs. Buckeye burl there. Then some coffee table. So back here is a lot of like just wood, different blocks cut up, already processed stuff. Over in this area. So like different species of wood, different blocks, slab. These slabs here are all like coffee table walnut slabs. I bought a whole like log from a guy. But yeah, obviously dusty as hell everywhere. I need to get everything legitly cleaned up. But different boxes everywhere. More boxes, species, more blah, 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 wood. So wood up top, wooden boxes up there, boxes. But moving back this way, this is over where my bandsaw and everything's at. My router bench here, I need to move this out of the way. This is actually going to go back behind my bandsaw up against this set of shelves because conveniently I built this to the exact same height as my bandsaw, so that way it's an outfeed table. All I got to do is take off that fence thing there, and then I got an outfeed table. But anyways, here's the wood area that I need to clean up a lot of. I've got some more wood stored underneath my bench, along with a bunch of other, like, shit underneath here. But I don't really want to get into that right now. But, hey, what's going on, Chevy? Gonna send a letter to Twitch, get another notification. Damn, man. This saw here, I need to... yo, G, thank you for the host. So, bandsaw, and then my block thing here, raid, and then all of my tools and everything that I need to organize, get actually put underneath my bench and everything, and then I will actually be moving my CNC over to this bench here. So, random tools, random stuff, lots of organizing to do. You know how it goes, dirty shop. But, yo, G, what's going on, man? Thank you for the raid. Just rated with 10 viewers. You are the man. Thank you, my dude. How'd your stream go? I know you were doing a resin pour because Sasaki was talking about it. He said he was over there helping you out. So, how did it go, man? Sorry, I'm getting my camera set back up in my... Here we go. Making some resin pours. Nice, dude. Nice. Nice. What type of wood were you pouring? Or what type of wood were you using with the resin? Great swirls going. Nice. Sasaki was like a private teacher. There you go. Yeah, so today, like for today's video, I actually added like the educational tag. I didn't know that the educational tag was a one you could add, but I put it up there. So purple heart, nice. Free scrap of purple heart. Free scrap, right? I know it is. There's nothing I can really do about it right now, Alex. But yeah, I know. I saw it was like it's slowly like going down, but well, there was probably just a lag spike there for all you guys. Yo, Prendium, tier 1 sub, subscribe for 2 months. What a surprise! JP showing his wood on stream again. You know it, my dude. Prendium, thank you, man. Ugh. Sorry. I may have to tape this, guys, to keep this up. Let me move my phone over just a hair here. If my stream does drop at all at any moment today, I'm not sure if I get a phone call, if it'll just like drop my stream or not, since I am using my phone. It's a different app. I don't know if it will close it out or not, but if it does, I'll be right back. I don't promise, guys, I'm not gonna lose battery power today as I'm plugging in my phone. No, I had like 75% power when I came in here. So, Prindium, my dude, thank you for the sub again, man. Yeah, Chevy, I can't believe you haven't seen this one yet. So this one is also available, Chevy. I know you're looking for a board for display stuff on. This one is available. That other one would be very, very nice too, but this is a curly redwood, so some really nice curly redwood. This is just sanded. It hasn't been oiled up or anything yet. This side I think's just been sanded to 400, maybe 800. I can't remember. I need to do a little more work on it. Obviously the backside still like 80 grit ran through the wide belt sander, but this one here, this redwood, curly redwood, and that. I know, no, she's like, stop. No, I'm not trying to sell you both, brother. I can't believe you hadn't seen that one before. So, no, either one of them, man, would make beautiful like display piece. But okay, let's see. All right, guys. Cool. I might have, but it looks good every time. Yeah, every time. So, all right. Dang. I appreciate everybody coming over from G-Stream. Yeah, so I'm not normally streaming during the middle of the day anyway. I, like I said, have a big ass list of stuff that I need to do. So I will probably be back in the shop tonight working on stream, but I wanted to get on and actually stream for a couple hours during the day to see how it went. But maybe later in the week we'll try to do a like No Man's Sky stream. Or potentially No Man's Sky or Skyrim, either one. Whoa there, guy, that's too much organization. I know there, man. The sections actually, it's funny because I was just going to write a big ass list and I went to try to erase everything on there last night. And I think those like actual like section dividers pieces here, these like lines here, like the cross, all of those are done in permanent marker. At some point my ass did permanent marker for those on accident. So I have predetermined sections of what I can write in anyway on that thing and now. So it's permanently organized, man. It wasn't intentional by any means, but I was like trying to get it off there. I'm like, what the heck? What's going on, Blue Vermin? Appreciate it. Hey, amigo. Hey, how's it going? So a lot of that is like little things that I need to knock out. But it's nice to have it like written down on something visual that I can see. I've got most stuff down in a book somewhere, but you know, a PC, be putting it all down on PC will be very nice sometime soon. So, but I'm gonna get a few of these bottle openers done. Well, ready for hardware. I'm waiting on hardware. I just yesterday or today. Think your offcut ceiling art piece would make a neat, clear. Yeah, it would be nice Prindium, but it would be nice Prindium, but yeah, I gotta get it all off of there. I would just have to glue it down to something. I don't know what I would do with it. Those green and red bottle openers, yeah. I'm talking about these ones here. So these bottle openers, these are the ones that we're gonna be working on. Printing that ceiling piece. I think honestly, whenever I have to take it off of there, it's all gonna have to scrape off of there. I mean, it's gonna be crappy, but it's gonna be a lot of cleanup work to get those off there. The French say nice, very nice, very nice. Well, cool. Well, I'm not French. I might actually be part French. I don't know, man. But okay, I gotta figure out where I want to do this work here. French, yay. The other day I did it on my bench kind of off to the side here. Hey! Favored Grain. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Burl Squad, Favored Grain. Are you a woodworker by chance? Because I believe with the name you have, you might just be. That or you make bread. I don't know. It could be either, but welcome to the stream. Huzzah! Lurky lurk. Yep, nice. Well, appreciate you hitting the follow button. Thank you, Favorite Green. Welcome to the Burl Squad. First things first, we take our nice blanket and set it off to the side because we don't want to get the nice one that we sit on all nice and it's been suggested I make bread. Oh, what's going on? What's going on, Crinks? Alcohol. What did I miss here? Francais Nice. Francherie. Huh. Flavored grain could be alcohol too. Yeah, I see what you were saying, Alex. Now it could be alcohol, yeah. But nice. Well, I appreciate you coming and hanging out. Always take the good blanket off, or else I'll taint it forever with shitloads of dust. Grain alcohol. Yeah. Well, all Alex said was alcohol, and I was confused on what he meant by it. But after I scrolled up and I saw and I remembered what I asked him, what he does, and then it made sense. Okay. There we go. So we're just gonna do it right here. We're just gonna sand right here. I'm gonna move my camera over. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for the lurk. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna sand over here. The reason I'm sanding over here is because I'm gonna try to keep it away from my computer, my laptop, which is sitting right underneath the camera. And yeah, I mean, I'm gonna probably push it over just a little bit, just try to keep as much of the dust away. I've got a fan going right there, which is nice because it can push dust that way. So yeah, just trying to keep it, but especially when you sip and say, "Ooh, flavored grain." All right. Back to using the old Festool here. All right. So we'll start with 320. Start with 150 again, and 150, 220, and then 320, then 400. So, hey Liz Croft, welcome to the Burl Squad. Thank you for the follow. Pumped to see some large resin pieces, Liz Croft. Yeah, I'm getting ready to put it in a decent order of resin here soon. So hopefully we'll be doing some bigger stuff here in the next. I don't know, maybe week and a half or so. Some smaller stuff for now. I will be working on some smaller stuff, but I'm going to put in an order for as much resin as I possibly can to do as many big pours as possible. But yeah. But welcome. I appreciate you joining the Burl Squad. Really like the blue. Tink, I appreciate it, Tink. Yeah, that blue one there has been at that stage for a long time. So I need to just get it finished up. That's just one of the things I actually wrote down on my list of things to do is get that one finished up. So okay. Oh no. So we're gonna be cleaning these up here. I'm gonna hit them with 150. And then I'm gonna put a chamfer around the outside. Chamfer or round over. I mean either one of those. So I've got those two. I'm going to do those two and then these two here as well. So these four are going to be the first four that I do here. Get those four cleaned up. And then I'll do this one, which is for a custom order. It's going to be a bottle opener. And then here. This puts my glitter coaster to shame. This is badass. Hey, there's a market for everything. I'm sure there's a lot of people that would be much more interested in your glitter coasters than my stuff here. It's very specific for sure. Chamfers, yeah, I agree. I like chamfers. I'd chamfer everything Sasaki, but some people like the roundover version, like the softer look of the roundover. So, and I'm sure, as you know, I'm sure. All right, start with 150. As I said the other day, I'm not using any crazy expensive sandpaper. This is Home Depot sandpaper on a sander that the whole pattern doesn't even actually match up on it on. So, people think, oh, you gotta spend a shit ton of money to get like perfect results. You don't have to. It's more about you just taking your time and making sure you do it correctly. But some of the nicer stuff does last longer, I'm not gonna lie. There's pros and cons to using more expensive stuff. It costs more, but some of it lasts longer too, and some of it's a better product. Don't get me wrong, there's some very bad cheap sandpapers, but like the Home Depot stuff, it's not the worst. It's not the worst. And a pinch, run on down to Home Depot, get you some. And it's way cheaper than Lowe's too. I don't understand why Lowe's stuff is so expensive, but it is. I don't know why. I'd prefer to go to Lowe's, but it's more expensive for a cheaper, I don't know. We could talk about different tools and all kinds of different products and stuff. I do like 3M masks though. They're nice. Keep as much of the dust out of my lungs as possible. It's a premium they're a premium company. Who's a premium company? Lowe's? Is that what you're talking about? And that why they're more expensive? Can I ask you where you got your super clear liquid glass? Sasaki? Gotcha. Sasaki, send me a message on Instagram. I believe I still have a link for like 25% off that you can use for the super clear epoxy. If not, I can send you directly to like the guy who does all of the of their social media stuff, and he can get you set up with like the best deal possible. So whenever I got the super clear epoxy, I had reached out directly to them and got in touch with them directly. But I definitely have a link. For at least 20%, maybe 25%, and then they might have something for more. So, but. Yeah, sometimes it pays just to reach out to companies too. So, all right, let's get some work done. Pretty much, yeah. Shelf full of glitter, dyes, pigments, all of this. Yeah, it's all for my resin stuff here. Yep. That is correct. Whew. All right. I'm going to sand these four. Rough sand the faces. That's all I'm doing real quick, so that way I can put a chamfer around the outside. You guys probably can't understand me anyway. sanding, I guess I could move this down here too. So you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Whoop. Raise my camera up into the ceiling here. Alright. Ooh. I don't know if I can actually. Maybe I can. I can get it closer. I can sure as hell get it closer than it was. Sorry for the shakiness, guys. Okay. Well, that's better. That's better. There you go. Alright. Okay. Hold on 1 minute. Okay. Give me just a minute here. Catch up with chat. My camera's probably gonna just slowly drop down. Don't worry about it. Wonder what a surface sander would do with that. Surface sander, it works just like wood, almost exactly like wood. So if you look at the back of this, you can see the sander marks on it. This has been ran through a big surface sander. So this one here I finished whenever I ran through, or whenever I used to build custom furniture for that big furniture company. Not big furniture, it was a small company. We built big furniture. But anyways, it works just like wood. You just work it the same. It's a thermoplastic resin, so it will not melt. No, will not melt. If you get it to like super high degrees, then yeah, it's gonna want to try to go back to, it'll like try to soften up on you. But like you could hit that with 80 grit and just keep your pad just way down, just crazy, and might gum up if you're like really putting a lot of heat on it. But let's see. I would say in the surface, what do you use for oil to finish the bottle openers? These ones, crinks, I've been doing just Odie's oil on. Very easy, natural finish. Buff on, buff off. Buff on, let soak in for a while, then buff off. But the Odie's oil, it's some great stuff. Not the best stuff. It's not the worst stuff. I want to be careful talking about Odie's oil because there's people who prefer one finish, prefer another finish. I use all kinds of finishes, okay? I'm not set on any type of finish. I just happen to have a can of Odie's oil that I like to use these on. It's a very simple application. I think it's a good finish for this purpose here. Not for everything. Not everything in the woodworking field needs to be finished with Odie's oil. Just want to make that clear. Don't know resin, but I watched on TV. Gotcha. Yeah, it's pretty much just like sanding acrylic plastic. It is very close to that. Let's see. Corn Dog Racing, what's going on, man? What's going on, Corn Dog Racing? What's up, man? How are you, bruh? Dude, I'm doing really well. Trying to get some of these bottle openers done. Buy my Garfields. It's way better than Odie's. Chevy, is Garfield's an actual finish? Because if so, I've never actually heard of it before. But I'd love to use some different stuff. Plus, it smells real good. It's probably I will say this is the best smelling finish I've ever used. Odie's oil by far. Also depends on the specific resin. There are all different types of properties. Yes, that's a very good point Alex is making. Yes. There's different types of resins, different brands of resin, everything. There's different quality of resins. Your good quality resins is what I'm basing it off of. I try to use good quality stuff that isn't. If I don't know very much about it, or I haven't watched or seen very much stuff been made out of it or anything like that, I typically try to stay away from it. If it's super cheap, I try to stay away from it. So you pay for what you get. I mean, it can be if I make it one day. There you go, Chevy. Oh shoot, man. So all right, guys, we got these 4 preliminary flat sanded on top. So 150 grit. It starts to bring a little bit of the grain out. You can see it flattens down all of those marks. You can actually see some of the color just a tad little bit, but then the silver flake in there too. So I just hit the tops of them. I still have to do the backs and the sides and everything. Yeah, Kuru. Like this side here, there's not a flake in it. You'd love this side. I'm good just watching the game replay of your home team. Nice, Corn Dog. My home team has got Monday Night Football tonight, everybody. So probably going to be a pretty damn good game. The Chiefs versus the Baltimore Ravens. Obviously, Lamar Jackson is a freak of nature. He's an absolute stud. If I were to get that one, I would have to put the hardware on the backside. That's fine, Kuru. We can. I thought this one was weird, man. It only poured like halfway through. So if you are interested in this one, Kuru, we can definitely put the hardware on this side for you, buddy. That's no problem. Just that's no doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me at all, man. We can put that up against the backside, dude. Aries, what's going on? And welcome to the Bro Squad. Is it Gage? Jage? Jagged? Is it Jagged? I don't know how to say your name, but welcome to the Bro Squad. I appreciate you hitting that follow button and becoming a member. So I googled it. Garfield Garwood wood boats. Hold on. Garfield Garwood built Garwood wood boats. Just Jan. Well, Jan, appreciate you hitting the follow button and becoming a Bro Squad member, Jan. Thank you for the support. So there's that one. Like I said, I need to sand the backside. I'll go ahead and sand both sides of this Kuru. I'll go ahead and sand this to show you what the grain looks like, or it looks like all polished up and everything. So, dude, no worries, Aries. No worries at all, man. I'm watching a soccer game. Nice. So, all right, here's the purple one that's really deep purple. I thought I saw a big old mark across there, but it's not too bad. Didn't miss the giveaway. By the way, I missed, but didn't miss the giveaway stream. I had the channel up in the background waiting. I was listening to another stream while I played the game. When I remembered the stream, it had just ended. There you go, Kuru. Well, yeah, I mean, it was you would have got to see my wife. So if you go back through and watch, you get to see who my wife looks like. But you watched it, gotcha. JP, how should the resin be if I want to put a coin just like you? Sasaki said 3/4 cured. But how do I know that's ready for a second layer? What I did. What you're talking about here. So personally, with my experience with doing like these multi-layered pours, you don't have to do it whenever this one's cured. In my experience, this is how I've done them both ways. I've poured them whenever it's almost done being cured, like 3/4 cured. And I've done them whenever they're completely fully cured, like they're completely set up. You can touch it, wipe it off and everything, and then do another. Some people do scuff sanding in between, like take a piece of sandpaper and sand up the surface of the resin in between. I typically don't. I haven't had a problem ever with anything delaminating. I've never cut into a cross section of the piece and looked at it, and it has always seamed together perfectly. Like it never, there's never like a layer. Like if you have a bunch of dust or something on it, obviously you're gonna have some weird delamination. But to, like these coins here, I think I waited. I don't know. I can't remember if this one here, if it was fully cured or not, but for sure. But yeah, I would say if you want to do it like to where you're pouring and doing it all before it's fully cured, basically go until you know that it's not moving anymore, and just like right before it starts to like get hard, you can still it's like a hard a gel to where if you put your fingernail in it, you would definitely be able to push. I would do it at that point. Like you can push it a little bit whenever it's finally does that kind of starts to cool down a little bit, I guess. At if you got your chemical reaction that takes place at the beginning, it starts out like this and then it kind of goes up and then peak heat, and then it kind of from there kind of varies down like a roller coaster, up and then down. I would say get over the roller coaster, the peak heat, and then kind of whenever you're right here, be the perfect time to pour that next one. But make sure most of the heat is going away for sure. Swatters, what's going on, buddy? Appreciate you coming and hanging out. So I can make a second layer on a fully cured. I'm afraid of laying the coin and it going wrong. G, in my experience with this stuff here, yeah, exactly. It really depends on resin, as Alex has just said in the chat. Check on your resin if it has anything about particular second layer time, because the resin you're using is like definitely going to be different than the resin that I'm using here, because you're down in Brazil and it's just probably a different product altogether. Might be this close to the same, but anyways, I did these here. I'm pretty sure this blue I poured one night, and then the next day I came back and I put the coins in and did the clear. So I think this one was completely 100% cured, and I didn't have any problems. Like I said, I haven't had any problems with it. Personally, doesn't mean there won't. Resin don't have second layer instructions, only says dry to touch time. Then I would do it to that dry to touch time, G. I would do it to the dry to touch time. That's not dry to cure time, that's dry to touch. So you got your dry to touch time, and then your dry to cure time is a little bit further past your dry to touch time. So I would at least go to like that dry to touch time, kind of put your hand over it to see if you can feel any heat coming off of it. I would say if you can feel heat coming off of it, don't do another pour. Wait until most of the heat has gone away and it's in that like last 25% or so time of like setting up, and I think that you do that, you'll be fine. So it's the same with the paints I used. Yep, there you go. There you go. So, alright guys. So here is, I'm from Philly. We would have won if we didn't have so many issues. Yeah. Anybody watch the yeah, no problem, G. No problem, G. Anybody watch the Falcons game? They're having kind of a rough year. Yeah, just try some, like maybe some test pieces or something with some small stuff. But it's all a matter of just testing, man. Figuring out which one's gonna work best. So this is the maple burl, a little bit of spalt going on in this piece, really cool live edge, and then the dark green. This dark green is really gonna come to life whenever it's all oiled up and everything. And then this one here will probably be the crowd favorite of you guys. Probably be the crowd favorite, the blood red with the gold flake Chechen burl. This one's going to be pretty nice. So there is that. So those are going to be the first ones that I'm going to put the chamfers on 3 of them. Kuru. I'm going to sand the other side of this one to show you the grain in it before I put chamfers. That one I might just leave flat. Oh my gosh. My stream manager dropped on my computer. I'm reloading it now, and it just like I click the refresh button, and it just goes failed to load all, like the entire screen. Failed to load module. It's like, oh god. This laptop, I tell you what. It's got 30 gigabytes of space on it, and 22 of those gigabytes you can't touch because it's integral to running the computer. It's trash. It's just trash. Okay, I got my stream manager pulled back up. Oh boy, oh boy. Well, how's everybody's Monday going? Hope everybody's having a great Monday, and yeah, I'm gonna get back to working on these here. Chamfer, and chamfer. These 3 are all getting chamfers here. So for now, I'll take my sander. These 3. So I have this set up from the other night. My little handheld router here, little rigid one. So the 45-degree angle bit that I'm going to use, just flip it upside down. Get it going and just, you know, do the old cutty cut. First things first, gotta keep it safe. Wear the glasses, you know. Alright, so I'm just going to put a quick chamfer on all these. Shouldn't take just a minute, and then I'll show you guys what they look like after the chamfer. So. Kicking up more dust than I thought. I'm going to wear my mask. You have a router and a router table. What's different uses? The router table I have set up for bigger stuff, Chris. The little handheld router for like quick, easy to do stuff. That way I don't have to grab the big router out, change the bit in the big router, and then use a router that's 4 times the size of something to route this little tiny piece that I'm using. So the handheld one, purely ease of use. Twister 00000. Welcome to the Bro Squad. Thank you for follow. Envy Woodworks just posted a cool video where he was experimenting, just getting Juma blanks. Look by dragging a mesh through it. Ooh, that's kind of wicked. Yeah, Juma is a wicked material. Looks very, very cool. So, thank you again for the follow, Twister. Appreciate the support. Here we go. My gosh! Rainbow dust. Lordy Lord Lord. Freaking rainbows here. Wow. So we had like green, purple, and red just flakes. Hold on. Really should save some of these to cast. But these flakes here, they look like confetti almost. I want to get them everywhere. So, cool. Well, my fan did exactly what I was wanting it to. It kept everything and blew it that way, which you guys saw. If you guys in here at the beginning of the video, you saw a little bit of a shop like walkthrough. That side of my shop still pretty wrecked. This side looks pretty good. That side still pretty wrecked. So yeah. Let it blow that way. Fine by me. But okay, I got these 3 done. They're not done. They're just like routed. There's a lot more steps to go on these. Alright, sander. Move this. Crafty School Corvus, what's going on? I hear this. There is resin on the stream, so I'm here for this. Nice, yeah. We do all kinds of work with resin. So I'm a woodworker. Hello. I'm a woodworker. I started pretty much whenever I got started out with woodworking. I was originally building like custom furniture stuff, purely hardwood, and then eventually got into resin work too. And a lot of my work now incorporates resin work. So this one here, just rough sanded to 150. I just put the chamfers on it and everything. Some of the chamfers are kind of rough because I didn't hit the sides. They're just cut off my bandsaw, and it was fairly straight. But as I sand these chamfers here with my router, it'll kind of even them all out a little bit. But this one here, the blood red, you can see the backside. There's a color. Backside was perfectly flat, laid really nicely. I'm not even going to touch it. I'm not going to sand it. Not going to do anything to it. So this side here, we wanted to obviously sand and finish and everything. So they're a Chechen burl with the kind of blood red and then gold flake. I'm excited for how that one turns out with the oil and everything. And we got, let me clean, I'm just wiping the dust off of it as best I can is what I'm doing. So the router definitely puts a few little marks into it. So that's why we'll go back over it. So this one here is the dark purple resin with this flame box elder burl. This one's going to be really nice whenever it's done. This dark purple will really pop and have some really deep tones to it whenever it's all done. Damn, you take resin to the next level. Hey, I like to pair resin with some of my favorite materials, which are figured woods and burls, especially being like these live edge parts of burls where you get all these cool shapes and everything. I mean, it's kind of hard to use this burl, this live edge piece, for anything other than something like this. So there are other uses, but I mean, resin just opens up the possibilities for an endless amount of shit. So an endless amount of stuff. But so this is gonna be a dark green one, spalted maple burl, and then dark green. We just put the chamfers on it and everything. Blah blah blah. So crafty. Let me show you. Here's an example of what these look like finished here. So this one is sanded all the way up. Errors, haven't got it out yet, my dude. But yes, this one here. This is a finished product. This is the one we just gave away, and Erez is the lucky new owner of this one here. But chill out, my man. Welcome back to the stream, by the way. Do you still make furniture? Yes. So I have a few different things. I've got a big walnut slab over here that I'm planning on turning into a custom desk for probably myself. But as far as like, I have a few other furniture things planned down the road for like myself personally. But yes, I still build furniture. I'd like it. It's difficult to market custom furniture because it is whenever you're working with hardwoods and handcrafted pieces, it's a little more expensive, but it also, it's going to last that much longer because it's handcrafted. So yes, I mean, I would love to get into doing, like, getting some actual commissions to do some furniture pieces and ship them all over the United States for sure. Like I said, I used to build custom furniture for a company here in Kansas City, and I just went into my own stuff full time, and a lot of my stuff is smaller. It's easier for me to sell smaller products. Scan of my shop. Yeah, I can do a quick scan of my shop cranks for sure. But Tatum, welcome. What is done with the slabs you are creating? Oh, Jan, yeah. Did you see the bottle openers that I showed? So for these in particular, Jan, these are going to get turned into these bottle openers. So I do a countersunk hole at the top and the bottom, so that way you can attach them to your wall with screws, and then it's just a wall. Like if you have a bar area or something, just put it right on your wall right there, and then you go up to your bar, pop it off. There you go. So they can be like handheld too. I can shape them down and cut them for like an actual handheld one that you keep in a drawer, and then you come over and pop it. And so just need to change dimensions. But these are just wall hung bottle openers, and that's what all of these that I'm working on will get turned into. So But let me do a quick scan. Resin is very addicting. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So let me do a quick scan. Very dirty. So everything back behind me here. Let me turn my camera around. So everything here. Got the tools, resin stuff, pigments, all this stuff, some cups, some molds, mold back there, some process stuff, more stuff I'm working on back there. CNC that's collected everything possible right now. Probably one of the most useful tools in my shop, and it's just collected everything. So everything here that was back here got moved to there. So this area is clear and blah. But so these here slabs, all different wood blocks back there. It's all a mess. Don't really need to go back there to show everything, but all kinds of different stuff there, and then tools and stuff over there. So 1 second. There we go. There you go, crinks. Let me plug my phone back in so I don't forget to do that. I saw them after I asked a question. Gotcha. What else can be done with your products? A lot of my stuff, I do solid wood stuff too. It's not just resin work. It's wood too. So this is cutting board, serving board, whatever you want to make it. This is going out the door tomorrow. So it's part of our ended up being part of our last giveaway. Somebody funded for us to give this away as well, so we picked a winner for it, and it's going to California. Tatum, thank you for the 100 biddies, Tatum. Really appreciate the support. You are the best. Thank you. So a lot of cutting boards. I do furniture, obviously. I can build big furniture pieces. A lot of my main business that I do, smaller blocks with resin and stuff, gets turned into handle material for custom knife makers. So I do the burl and resin pour blocks, and then send it off to a custom knife maker, and they will put it on their steel and turn it into handle material for their custom knives. So this is what my main business was built on, was the stabilized wood and burl with casted resin for handle material for custom knife makers. Over the last couple months, obviously, it's slowed down a bit, so I've tried to get into making some other products and stuff like that, but it is what it is. Everybody's been affected differently. I'm not going to talk about it too terribly much, but, I'm just trying to, basically, I'm open to doing pretty much anything anybody reaches out for me that I have the capability of making. I am a full-time maker. I work a lot with burls and resin and stuff, but I'm capable of working with pretty much anything to do with wood. So, nice. Knife handles are really cool. Yes, yeah, they're I really enjoy that side of it, because I get to create a piece of art, a tiny little piece of art, and then somebody I send it off to somebody, and then they turn it into an even more beautiful, more finished piece of art at that point with a knife. So that's how I see it. And each stage, it creates another element added to it and stuff. What type of resin do you use? I'm just using different types of crafting resins. Yeah, for all of my knife handle material with my stabilized blocks, I do Alumilite. Alumilite clear fast and Alumilite clear slow. And then for all of these bottle openers and stuff like that, a wide variety. So thicker pour stuff is more versatile. I'm not having to pressure cast, but I got West Systems. I've used, let's see, epoxy is one I've used in the past. I'm wearing a Chill Epoxy shirt. I've obviously used Chill Epoxy. I've used a bunch of different stuff. I like to try out different stuff for sure. I might have an idea for some custom blanks for turning on the lathe for handle material. All right, Chevy, hit me up, brother. Hit me up. So, now that we've got the chamfers on these guys, we're going to go ahead and do some more sanding, I do believe. So I'll get the camera set up so you guys can actually watch me sand. It sounds very boring to me, but might be interesting to you guys. Do the knife epoxy Everhart did the knife. Ooh, Sasaki, I forgot about it, dude. I'll check on that in a second, Sasaki. Kuru. He says, I'll be right back. Gonna jump in the shower and try not to break a hip when I land. God, that's the most old man thing you could have possibly said, Kuru. The most old man thing. But yes, be safe. Don't break a damn hip, please. Oh. Alright. Weird, man. Fucking weird. Anyways, I gotta go. Have a good one, guys. Do Kuru. Or not Kuru. Crinks. Have a great rest of your day, Kuru. Crinks, my gosh. Kuru, get out of here. Go take a shower. Crinks, thank you for coming in and hanging out. Hope you had a great time, and I will see you. That little burst of excitement was funny. I picture Kuru as an old man with a cane and giant band hammer dragging mine. We joke about it all the time on here. Gonna hop, skip, might bust a hip in the shower. Yeah, hop, skip, and jump. Yeah, that's funny, man. That's funny. So, I don't know, Sasaki. It's weird because there's, like, I feel like it's set up more because right around the bottom of the blade, I don't know if you can see it, where it looks really shiny, like right down here, Sasaki. It's like little air pockets or air bubbles of sorts, but they weren't there. But they weren't there before. Like, even after, like, the 24 or 48 hour period, they weren't there. I don't know, man. It feels like it's still about, I could still push into it a little bit. Like, but it comes back fairly quick, and it's fairly hard, but I don't know, man. Only time I need a cane is when I throw my back out brushing my teeth. You misspelled cane as band hammer. Yeah, Sasaki, I can't figure it out, dude. I don't know. And I'm not going to cut into it with anything either because it's too soft, but seems like it's a reaction to something. Well, Alex, we were only supposed to pour this stuff like 2 inches thick, and I poured it like 4.5 thick just to see what happens. And it set up in like 12 hours. Like, no shit. No bubbles, no, clear as day, 12 hours. I was like, damn, this stuff is phenomenal. And then 24 hours later, it wasn't all the way hard. So, and then like 190 hours later, it's still not hard. So, it's a very odd one. Maybe throw it in a toaster oven. I don't know. Sounds good, Kuru. I got it. I don't know. I don't know that toaster oven would. I don't know, man. We're just going to leave it for a while longer to see if anything happens to it. And we'll just start doing tests to it if not, I guess. See what happens. What's happening? Sometimes putting in the freezer can make it hard enough to take out. Ooh. Ooh, that's a good idea. Yeah, I've never had problems with demolding stuff before. That right there was a free like sample pack of resin that this company sent me, and so I had never tried that type of resin before, and they just sent it to me. And the thing said, what made me skeptical was, one, there was no seal on the top of the bottles at all. A and B, neither one of them had a seal on top, and it said that you could pour 1.5 inches to 2 inches thick. 100% cleared, no bubbles, 24-hour setup time. Like, ready to cut and work in 24 hours, which, if you work with casting resin, unless you're pouring Alumilite, and you're actually pressure casting it, no resin is going to be able to fully cure in less than 24 hours at 2 inches thick and not have some kind of problem with it. Unless there's some product in the last couple months that's been developed that I haven't seen, with my experience down the lines of different types of resins, there's not a product out there that will do it. But this one claimed to do it. So, you know what we did? We said, fuck it, and we're going to pour it 4 inches thick, see what happens. So I need to test it out to actually 2-inch thick, instead of messing around and pouring it to 4.5 inches thick or so. But it was a fun test nonetheless, and it was free resin. So I just wanted to see if their claim could be pushed even further. But yeah. Moral of the story, don't use that resin. Moral of the story, maybe just use that resin within the parameters that you're supposed to use it within, because that was not used within you're not supposed to do what I did. Don't pour it that thick, and it says, I was just testing it for sure. That's right, we went way over the thickness guidelines. Yeah, that was a fuck it, let's see what happens, like, type test it. That was like 3 o'clock in the morning. We were on stream. I was probably drinking Coronas at that point, if we're being honest. But Russ, the freezer shrinks it slightly. I'll have to try that, Russ, because I've never had problems with demolding before, but I don't know if that stuff is actually like adhered to that plastic. It feels like it's adhered to the plastic cup rather than like it's actually chemically bonded to it, is what it feels like. It feels like it's one specific thing, but I hope I'm wrong. So this one here, this Koa piece, here's the side that's going to be the front. This little tiny air bubble right there. Right, little tiny bubble. I got filled to that guy. That tiny little bubble. So probably if I finished it, you wouldn't really notice it, or really wouldn't see it. But it's going to bother the hell out of me. So I need to go ahead and probably at the end of the stream today, like in an hour and a half, go ahead and mix up just a little bit of epoxy and then touch it up and fill that up. So are you making a mold to pour a knife? Probably being dumb. Chill out, my man. No, it was just a dumb test that we did at the end of the night. I wanted to test that resin out, and it was, like I said, at the end of a very late night stream. And I was like, let's test this resin out. What's something cool that I can like put in it to cast to see what happens? Like, just if it does turn out, it'd be a cool like display block or something. And I had that knife handle blank in there, and I was like, you know what? Let's just put it through the top and see what happens. If it turns out, it'll be really cool because you got the knife handle sticking out of the top. And so yeah. Aren't you supposed to resin the handle, not the blade? Yeah, I mean, typically, Alex, but it was gonna be one of those like the pull the sword out of the stone type situations. Bubble or the mortal enemy of resin casters. They are, and the funny thing is, man, every other block that I've poured, not a bubble in them, not one, not in the top, not in the sides, all the same type of resin too. Every one of them, not a bubble. I think that purely happened because this piece of Koa is a little bit softer on this edge grain, or it had something on that edge grain that I didn't clean off as well as I should have. So, because all the other ones were perfectly fine, no problems at all. But it was weird, a little bit odd. I'm not gonna lie. Do you go over the pores of the torch laser? Yeah, it depends on the resin, but all of these, like the West Systems epoxy that I did for all of these, yeah, I'll pour them in my mold, let them set for probably 5-10 minutes, and all the bubbles will pretty much come to the top, and then I just go, good old handy dandy, and I just go like that, and then they all just kind of run away and disappear. So, yeah, that's what that torch is for. So, alright, get my sanding table back and set up. And this will probably need to be here, so I can put it off the end and sand here. Okie dokie, that'll do. Alright, let me get camera moved real quick. Let me get these all set up. That there. So pretty much this fan is directly blowing all of that dust that way, away from my thing. I need to upgrade my torch game. So that is about this map gas is as hot a burning as it gets too, and you don't need as hot a burning gas as this. This overkill, but it works. Do you put the slabs in a pressure pot after you torch them? No, Russ. So the only like blanks that I put in the actual pressure pot are my blanks that I use Alumilite resin on, for one. And then typically it's like these smaller burl blanks. So this is stabilized wood, and then this here I pour the resin in and I put it in my pressure pot. But then that'll set up in like 2 hours. Like, take it out of the blank in 2 hours. This stuff here is a longer cure resin. It takes several hours to fully be able to be cured and worked with. So just a longer cure time, and I don't have to pressure cast it. Yellow is extra torchy. Yeah, this stuff is definitely much more hot than the blue. Blue is plenty. I don't know. Whenever I first had it, it had a yellow. Whenever I first got it, it had yellow on it, and I've always just kept it yellow, you know. I don't like the smell of propane either. MAP gas is slightly better. Slower will give it time for the bubbles to come out. Slower curing. Yep, you are correct. Yep. So in some very, very, very long curing resins, like chill epoxy, like the shirt I'm wearing today, they claim that you don't even need a torch gun for their epoxy because it self pops. So, but it's very liquidy, very viscous. So if you have any mold discrepancies to where you have little gaps or anything, it's gonna just come right out. So hashtag not sponsored, hashtag hoping to be sponsored, but hashtag no. I don't want to be sponsored by a certain type of resin because I don't want to be limited to using one type of resin. So I like using a wide variety. So no, definitely not sponsored. I'm not sponsored by anybody. So any products I'm talking about is because either I think they're a good product, or if I'm talking about them in a bad way, I think they're a bad product. So I try to use different stuff, and whatever's good, I come back to. Whatever's not good, I typically don't. So, but yeah, the place I used to work for, we used to sell chill epoxy, so that's why I have some gear. All right. I think this is probably going to be my front, but I need to sand it. Gonna have to get a NASCAR race uniform for all these sponsors. Chevy. Oh, Chevy. Yeah, on today's stream, we'd like to thank Mountain Dew. We'd like to thank Alumilite, and then we'd also like to thank DeWalt for being one of the best saws out there. Thank you to the rest of my sponsors as well. I can see it now. I can see it now. Dude, what's going on? Good evening, Ben. Evening, Governor. Get sponsors by Festool so I can have your hand-me-downs. There you go. Yeah, Festool. If you're watching, sponsor me. Need some Bro Squad shirts to wear in the shop. I do need to get some Bro Squad shirts going on, man. That's one thing I need to get going. Shirts and hats, and then let you guys buy it if you'd like to as well. So I'm gonna put the chamfer on this one real quick before I forget, and then we're gonna move on. Yeah, Festool would be a nice one. They are very expensive, nice tools. Yeah, the router ran real good on that one, the 18 volt, 4 thing. Makita for the win. Not a woodworker here, so I'm assuming burl's a type of wood. Yeah. Yes, there you go. Yeah, it's tree cancer, just a growth on a tree. Big old burl nut. But Makita, yeah, Makita is very nice stuff. Very, very nice stuff. Same sponsors as NASCAR, right? Yeah, Rigid. Yeah, there you go. We already got that. We already need to get the jacket. The jacket. I don't necessarily want to be like sponsored by. I don't even know what, like, I guess different like sponsorships. Like, what does a sponsorship entail? Like, sometimes it's just like you represent their stuff and they send you some free stuff. Sometimes it's an exclusive deal. Like, you can only use their stuff. So being sponsored is weird. Like, there's some different things, but if you see a lump on the side of a tree, that's a burl. More than likely, yeah. You've seen Makita do a battery fridge heated... What? What? No, I did not bend over. I have not seen that. I haven't been scrolling through Instagram near as much apparently lately. Yeah. So if a tree's got a big old butt like looking thing, that's a burl more than likely. So and all different like species of trees, they grow differently and grow in different areas and everything. So some grow at the base of the tree underneath the ground. Some grow on limbs. Some grow on the trunk. It all depends on the different species, but so this one I'm going to do a little bit deeper chamfer on this one, I do believe. So this is the thick one that we've got. This face is kind of crappy, not exactly completely flat, so we're going to have to sand all that out, obviously. But the chamfers right now are pretty light. There, you can see it a little better on that one. The chamfers are pretty light. I'm going to deepen them up, probably go about twice as deep. As deep as this bit will go. So we're done with this, the other ones for today. So we're just gonna drop this bad boy down. Alright, so there's big old take off nice thickness. So the reason I did it instead of lowering that down first, it won't go through bend over. If you post it in the Discord, if you have Discord, do !Discord and that'll pull up the Discord, post it in there. Kuru, my mod, isn't here right now. I don't think he is anyway. Yeah, he can't check links right now anyway. So yeah, post it in the Discord. Thank you. Anyways, I didn't do this in one like rounding session because it would really bog this thing down. But doing it thin pass, that's the way to do it. Hoi. Yeah, I can't check links on stream either. On Discord, I very well could. So, because I can look in my. I have Discord set up on my other device that I have next to me, so I can check stuff on Discord finally. Now that my sander's full of chips. All right, posted. All right, let me look real quick. Let me pull it up. If I can find my Discord. Hold on a second. I was going to say, maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't, but I know I did. Alright. Let's see. Did you post it in general? Tool launch, cordless cooler, warmer. Makita. So it's a heater and a fridge. Makita 18-volt cordless cooler warmer, Japan. Wow. There it is. It's like a miniature oven or a fridge. There you go, guys. Pretty wicked. It's an 18 volt too, so it runs off of like the exact same batteries as this. Like this is an 18 volt, 4 amp battery. They probably just run off 4 amp batteries. And I don't know how many of them you'd need for that. Probably a freaking hefty. They've got big ones too, big batteries now. I guess probably 4. What are they? They have 12 amp hour batteries now. I can't remember how big they're getting, but that's pretty cool. I I have a rigid job site radio right there. That job site radio, I love that thing. It's one of the best sounding like speakers for a job, like shop speakers I've ever had. I've had that one for several years too. It uses a Pitler device which will get hot on one side and cold on the other. Just change polarity to switch which side is which. Interesting. You've only got up to 5 amp, gotcha. 6 amp. Okay, so they do have Tink, yeah, right? Right? It could be some expensive gifts for sure. Tatum, I appreciate it. Yeah, gift ideas. Yeah, it's stuff for me to add to my Amazon wish list, more like it. I've got so many tools I'd like to have, but you know how it goes with tools. Fridge is like $600. Yeah, you know what, guys? You know how many of these little fuckers I have to make to sell to be able to buy that fridge? It's more than holy cow. Claire's taking notes. Do not buy me a $600 fridge, Claire. Do not. 13 amp hour battery for your phone. Wow. That's crazy, Alex. It's only in Japan, too. But CM Petrucci, that's my wife, guys. So, God knows how much shipping from Japan would be, right? Yeah, probably, let me guess, for that thing, probably a couple hundred. Probably a third of your cost just in shipping. Unless they just freight it over on a ship to you. Alright. Back to work. Alright, so I'm going to get new 150 grit. Yep. Mrs. Burl. You guys may call her Mrs. Burl if you'd like. Alright, got sandpaper. No, not crazy considering it's the third voltage. It's really bigger than 12 volts cordless drill. Gotcha. So 150. Keep it up with that. I'm gonna sand the other face of this one. We got this side sanded. I'm gonna do this back side now. So I'm gonna hit both sides before I do any sort of routing or anything on this one. This is the big chamfer one we just did. So big chamfers. Let's see on that one. That's as heavy of a chamfer as I could do on that one. What's going on, Shooter? Appreciate you coming and hanging out, buddy. That's nice, but I like the orange and blue one better. I know you do. Do you ever make your pieces shiny? Oh, yeah. Corvus, yeah, they'll be shiny. Don't you worry about, whenever they get that finish on them, they make nice and shiny. So, I can do like a high friction polish too. So, Shooter, this is probably the one that you like best. There you go. You got the clear poured on top. I need to do one more layer of clear probably. It's probably going to be a little thin if I cut it right now. So one more layer of clear on top and then we can... I need to fill this little guy here too. So that's the one you like, Shooter. We'll get there on that. There we go. That's the shine I was talking about. Yeah. Here we go. It's actually like a celebrity cameo. Yeah, right. So that shine there, like whenever you first pour it, it has that really nice shine. You can take it up to stupid high grits and replicate that shine again. No problem. It takes longer. Question: how much does Twitch slow you down? If you didn't stream, how much could you get done? Could you make that $600 sooner? If you didn't have to keep reading my super long messages that just waste your time, see, you could have made another $40 if you stopped reading this message and got on with some work. Ben, like honestly, it's a good point. So, streaming on Twitch, I don't get obviously nearly as much done like while I'm working in the shop. But also, my goal for like whenever I do shop streams like this isn't exactly to get like just pump out as much material as I absolutely possibly can. So, yeah, Ben. Okay, here let me talk through this here. So, and obviously stream to stream, I have different things I'm working on. I get more done. So, normally, what I'm trying to do here, Ben, the big thing is, whenever I'm streaming, I'm not necessarily worried about getting as much work as I possibly can done. For me, it's more important for me to have you guys and actually engage with you guys. So I could get in here, throw my camera up, go to my corner of my shop, just have you guys up in the corner, and just put it up in the corner, and then basically have me just work in the other side of the shop, and not be personable or anything. That wouldn't be hard to do. That would be very easy actually for me to just set up a camera, but that wouldn't be what I'm going for. So typically I just stream at night. So typically whenever I go to, I get my kids to bed at night, hang out with my wife for a little while, and then I typically come down to the shop at night. So hours that most people are sleeping anyways. So it's just extra time for me to get down in here and get stuff done. So I'm not worried about, like, especially on stream, about getting a shit ton of stuff done, like production, like get as much stuff out there, because I'm trying to grow a community. I'm trying, like, the Burl Squad and all of you guys, like this stuff here, like I'm trying to provide an educational, informative stream for everybody to come to. So it kind of comes down to what I'm going for. So so yeah, social networking takes time. I don't know, man. A lot of my stuff is very handcrafted. It's very unique. Each one is handmade, handcrafted, unique. It's specialized. So I don't know, man. It's just not my goal whenever I'm streaming to pump out as much material as possible. It's more to grow relationships with you guys and actually like grow a family, more or less. So we don't come for a tutorial, we come for the environment. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, whenever I'm not streaming, guys, it's not like I'm not doing anything. So like from 9 a.m. today, 9:30, 9:45-ish until 2 o'clock when I started this stream, I was pumping shit out in the shop. Like, I got a bunch of stuff done this morning, like more mundane stuff that I wouldn't want to stream anyway. So appreciate the late stream. You never sleep. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, the late stream, yeah, for some people that just works better. But yeah, I had a little bit of time today. I got a decent amount of stuff that I had on my list done this morning. And yeah, so I don't know, man. I could just pump out shit, but the thing is also, I gotta have customers for all the stuff. And if, like, my thing is, my main business over the last 6 months, as with most other people, has been kind of upended and like turned over, man. So to be completely honest, it's kind of a weird, this year's just a weird thing in general. So if I had the amount of like sales being generated to have to be able to like have nothing else to do besides work for 14-16 hours a day just making stuff without like being able to stream, I would have to do production style, but don't have those numbers of sales. So there's a lot of different factors that come into it, but the main thing is I want to interact with you guys. more or less. I could give a shit less about how much I get done. I'm getting more done than I am if I'm actually like playing video games. I could be streaming playing video games and not get anything done. So I feel like no matter what I get done down here, it's more effective and more efficient than that. So it's good marketing for his handmade stuff too. A lot of the time people don't realize how long it takes to make cool stuff. Yeah, Sasaki, but I know spiders. I plan to get back to No Man's Sky, but I'm trying to get like as much stuff done and prior to this like holiday season. So the thing is about like trying to get my Etsy page and my website like stocked with stuff. I'm trying to get it stocked with stuff prior to holiday season, so that way whenever people are asking here in a month, 2 months, they're like, hey, I need a Christmas gift. Do you have anything for me like that you can do? I'll just send them that way, and I'll have that shit already stocked instead of having to bust my tail to try to finish everything up last minute. Because I've done that before too. I've done all this stuff last minute, and I've got it to where like I have a bunch of people message me, hey, I'd like a cutting board. I'd like a cutting board and everything. So like last minute, and I'd like to try to do that stuff now, so that way I can kind of get it listed. But you're back, Kuru. Nice, nice. We're just talking about how much work I don't get done in the shop. Oh man. So yeah, if you're looking to watch somebody that's just like gonna sit there, put their head down and watch and not talk about where's the shop like shed, no, it's just down below my house. It's a part of my house. So I don't know, man. Yeah, it's like a sub-basement underneath the house. It's not somewhere I have to drive to. And with 2 kids, I kind of have weird hours that I'm able to work anyway. So, multiple factors. But you are correct. I don't get near as much done. Cute glasses. Thanks, Triple Drop. I appreciate it, man. So, yeah, dude. But you are correct. Your first 10 minutes here, I like did a little bit of routing. But you didn't see any of the, like, I don't know, hour and a half of work I already have in that piece from prior streams or anything too. So it's the thing with woodworking, it's a lot of process stuff, and processes take time. Alrighty, I'm done rambling, because that's all I did there was fucking ramble. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my glasses on. When my glasses are on, put my mask on, and go ahead and sand for a minute. So Kuru's back. I got a mod in the chat, so I'll be sanding for a couple minutes, guys. But yeah, I do my stuff my way, and that's how I do it. All right, where's my mask at? Here it is. My mom said she found Mayla's other pacifier at the house. Of course she did. Of course she did. Sanding time. Let's do it. Yep. Let me get some music going. One second, I'm just getting some music going. Alright, let me touch back on this real quick. So, yeah, I could probably afford that fridge, but I don't care about having to afford that fridge is the thing. So, the thing is, these products don't sell themselves. So, me doing this stuff on here honestly has led to a lot of business of these type of things. So, me actually taking the time to actually build relationships and actually talk about what I'm doing and be educational, informational about what I'm streaming has led to quite a few of like you guys actually being interested in buying pieces from me. So it's led to business. Yeah, me doing. Yeah, I mean, I wish that I could just pump out a shit ton of material and just sell it like no problem, but 2020's been a bitch, dude. Sales are weird this year. Weird, for sure. So, I'm gonna get the sand in now. All right. A little bit of sanding completed. It's amazing how much I got done right there. I'm working. Sand in the place where you live. All right. Big mess on that part of my shop. I'm gonna do some sweeping real quick. Maybe it's just me being hungry, salty cracker. I don't know. Wood and resin don't give a shit. They just go everywhere. Everywhere you don't want them. All right. Here we go. Yo, Moose, I missed your 23 biddies, man. Thank you for the 23 biddies. 23, my God. No, it's 23 minutes ago whenever you sent the 50 biddies. Moose, thank you for the 50 biddies. I appreciate it, dude. I really appreciate it. All right, guys. I'm back. Sorry that got a little bit ranty right before I started sanding these. Sorry about that. I apologize. Obviously, last thing I'm going to touch on that. Obviously, I know that whenever I stream, I'm not going to get near as much done. So, if it doesn't look like I'm getting much done, oh well. I'm the one working on it. So, last I'm touching on that. These look awesome. These are going to be really nice. We got everything to 120 grit. So, the hard part. You're good, man. You're good. It's just, I know. You're good. Yeah, we'll just move on. So got these done. 120 was the important part. Dude, what's going on? Suck it. Appreciate you coming and hanging out. 120 is the important. Well, 150, 120, your first grit, whatever it is the important part. Because if you don't get all of your like scratches and any sanding marks or anything out during that first grit, you're gonna see them at 220, 320, 400, any on up. So sometimes you get past 400 grit, you'll go to 400 to 800 grit, and then stuff won't start showing up until 800 grit that you missed at 150. If you're a quality over quantity type person, you will come back down all the way to the 150 grit, start all the way back over, which I've done it a ton of times. It sucks to have to restart all of your sanding over. So the most important thing for me is trying to make sure that on that first grit, I try to get any little imperfections out in that first grit, so that way it's less time consuming for the grits afterwards. So 220, 320, 400 is what I'm doing on these. I'm doing 4 different grits. So working through the different grit progressions here are a lot quicker and a lot easier if you do your job on your first one. So, hey, Levi, what's going on, dude? Everything's going great, buddy. Everything is going great. So, appreciate you coming and hanging out, Levi. How have you been, sir? I hope you are doing well. Oh, man. So, we got these 5. Got these 5 here. Yeah, cheers, buddy. Cheers. Kuru, here's the other side of your jade one. Or sorry, not your jade one, the jade one. So this one was really weird. We actually poured all these silver flake up on top, and none of them sank. So this backside is just the cool jade color that Kuru really, really likes. And then this other side is actually the pigmented side, intended look that we were going for. So it's weird. It looks like a multi-layered pour here. So I got the silver flake up top and then the down below, but we're at right here. That's not a bubble. That's just a tiny, tiny little flake, Kuru, is what that is. There's 2 little spots where you can see tiny little flakes. Tiny little flake there, tiny little flake there. Teeny, teeny, tiny. But I don't think there's any other. No, there's no other bubbles. Little bark area, but that's just bark there and bark up top. Ah, it was moving. Like that color too. I bet it'll look awesome when it's covered and finished. It will. It will. This one here I might just break edges on and break the edges on it and keep it flat, so that way it can be either or side, because I don't know. I mean, I think this side's gonna look really nice with the silver flake and everything, but this color here is really, really nice as well. So I don't know. It's hard. I kind of want to get it oiled up before I make a decision, because both sides are going to look really, really nice. And I don't have to put a 45-degree chamfer or anything like this on the bit on these. These can be just a flat piece too. They're not in any set in stone or anything like that. So mineral spirits. Ooh, I might have some. I actually found a big can the other day. I didn't think that I had any, but I found a big can. Let me figure out where I put it. It was down here. It's not there anymore. There it is. All right. Yeah, for preview. Yeah. I'm with you, Alex. So, let's see. Shooter, the color's really hot. I like the flake, but the jade just looks really awesome. Also swirled. Yes, it is Shooter. Whenever I do the color here, you'll see the swirls in it. It's got some cool swirls. Dude, Crafty Skull Corvus, glad I caught your stream, dude. Catch you later. Skull, have a good one, buddy. I appreciate you coming and hanging out. Recommendation on the jade one: get it cleaned up and don't put hardware on it until interested party indicates one way or another. Perfect. I can do that, Kuru. Get it cleaned up and don't put hardware on until the interested party indicates one way or another. That's exactly what I was planning on doing. But I do wanna show off the grain real quick. I want to do show the green one. Yeah. Until said interested party. Alright, so nice. We have great minds. Holy shit. I love mineral spirits, man. How cool does that look? So there's just the jade. And I love how this says odorless mineral spirits. There's nothing odorless about odorless mineral spirits. Nothing. So there's the backside. Friggin' purty. Let me show you the gold side, the silver side. So here's the other side. Shooter. Oh, buddy. So here is the silver side. So the silver flakes look pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Both sides look pretty phenomenal. And there's the edge. Get around that way. So you gotta sniff all the stank out of it. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought when you said that, Shooter. Oh shoot, man! Like the non-shiny side more. Yeah, that's the one that Kuru likes better. So I haven't done a whole lot of stuff, Ben, with these big pigments. So like the gold flake or silver or anything like that. I haven't done a whole lot of stuff with these. Most of mine are naturally just like these smaller mica pigments. That's normally what I use, is these smaller ones. And those kind of float and create the kind of like 3D deepness and everything. But this last round we did one batch on stream where I poured 4 different ones of these with those different pigments, and they'll turn out cool. Yes. Yep. Mix them in before the pour. Yep. Yep. So I do want to look at see what this one looks like before and after. Oh, you're good. You're good, Shooter. Yeah. That's, dude. The guys. There's a reason that I have I put the educational thing on the bottom, because, like I said, I do want to be informative and as educational as possible on this. So if you guys have any questions, that's what I'm here to do, is answer questions and put out information. So they were mixed. They sank into since. Yes. Yeah, they're a tad bit heavier than those smaller pigments. Obviously, larger size are going to be typically a little heavier. But so this one here, the before, and this one looks kind of plain right now, but whenever it gets mixed in, or whenever I do the oil here, you'll see it will be pretty awesome. There are wooden resin tags too. Wooden resin? I have the woodworking one. I didn't know there was a resin one. So here we go, guys. There you go. Some cool swirls, copper swirls there. You go ahead and get this completely wetted up. Mineral spirits dry very, very quickly, so I'm going to kind of flash off fairly quick. Alright. Root beer float, yeah, pretty much. Then the bottom here. Here's what the back side looks like. Back. A little bit of clear resin going on in there. So I didn't put a ton of copper pigment in there. But this one has the bigger copper flakes. So. Ooh, is the bottom side of the pour where the silver flakes ended up? Didn't think about that. Actually, shooter. So in Kuru, on that one, it's actually backwards. So typically, guys, yes. Typically, you have the pigments sink to the very bottom. But on that silver one, they stayed at the top. That was what was so weird about that silver one. They didn't sink to the bottom, they stayed at the top. Every other pour we did, they either sank or stayed kind of up at the top, like, or stayed kind of trapped like this one. Yeah, those ones sank. Or those ones that we just did on that silver one were from the top, Kuru. It's weird. Because they should sink. They should sink. Not that it isn't art, but have you ever made resin art like a beach or river? I have not. Yeah. So I know that there's like several people that do some of the art resin stuff, like the beach stuff. I've seen really cool. I've seen where people will have like the circle pedestal thing and kind of like pour their resin and kind of tip it to go certain ways. I'd love to do stuff like that, but I'm a woodworker by heart, so building furniture and working with hardwoods, burls, and figured woods and stuff like that is kind of like my absolute passion. Resin just kind of ties it all together very nicely because working with burls and weird species and weird shaped stuff, a lot of the time it's hard to figure out exactly what to do with it other than cast with resin. So yes, I do have a CNC. Yes. Yeah, a little tiny CNC here. Not too tiny, but you know. Yep. So I mean, it's a lot of mine stems from woodworking, and this stuff here is a very nice like kind of additive to it. So, all right, last one I'm going to show you guys here. I could show you guys all these. I'm going to send you something on Instagram if you can find it. Sounds good, Ben. Sounds good. Okay, so this green one looks pretty blandish. God, I love these dark greens. They look so nice. So, these dark greens, kind of hard to see on camera here. Very hard to see on camera. You can kind of see it a little bit there. But, there you go. Really dark green with this one here. So, spalted maple burl, really cool colors and everything. And then the green in it. There you go, Ben. I just saw your notification come through. I've only got about another 30 minutes or so before I got to go get my kids, so I'll check it out right after the stream. Found it and sent. Yeah, I saw it. Appreciate it, man. So, we might as well look at these other two while we're at it. We've already done all. Those other ones have dried off. These mineral spirits flash really quickly. I wasn't trying to get very many on my hands because I don't have any gloves right now, but that's why I like using these shirts. There's just something cool about a nice and smooth matte finish. I do like matte finish. I don't mind a matte finish. Don't always mind it. Sometimes the high gloss is very difficult to get with like some resin, unless you're pouring like big resin finishes. It's just hard to sand up that high. But yeah, the 120 grit's matte finish, I would say, for the most part. But this blood red with gold flakes in this one's gonna be a looker, an absolute looker here, guys. Satellite image of the coastline, yeah. So yeah, this blood red one, this one's tight. The gold flake in there looks really cool. There's some cool trapped in there, and well, I can't wait to get that one all the way sanded and polished up. That Chechen burl in there is really nice too. That's South American burl. Beautiful. Oh no, I'll come crashing down. Stay. Alright. Last one, guys. Deep purple. Really dark. dark purple here. Which green one? I'll show it again. The dark green one, Chevy? I'm making expensive dominoes. Yeah, you are 100% correct. So, dark purple. That dark purple there. You can see the mark for me going there, but there it is. Box Elder Burl's absolutely beautiful too. Hey Tink, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. So, Flame Box Elder Burl with the dark purple resin there. This one, Chevy? I'm sure that's the one you're talking about. Yeah, I'm waiting on hardware anyway, so I couldn't put hardware on this even if I wanted to, Kuru. Waiting on it to come in. So here is the silver pigment in this side. There's that one. And then here. There is the jade color there, so. Yeah, you're right, Kuru. Yep. Putting something behind me, yep. For sure, for sure. Alright. So, that is the lighter green, the jade one. Alright. Let me get this put up. Yeah, I think that eventually I'll get like a little spotlight or something, Kuru, to kind of put it back behind. I could, I guess. Here. Let's see. Like this, you mean? You can see where the flake's at now, right? Even a high lumen LED would work do the trick. That's one problem I don't have. I live half a mile from a rockler. Yeah, rockler. We don't have any rocklers here. No rocklers down here. That's unfortunate. Yeah, this is a tad too powerful for what I'm kind of going for here. This illuminates the living shit out of it, but you know, looks pretty cool there. Still want to try to blind you guys during this process. This green one here, I don't think it's going to have a whole lot. Like, it's just, it's super, you can see it's pretty solid color. You're not going to be able to really see through it. It just kind of lights it up because it's like however many lumens coming from back behind you. Yeah, those other ones aren't going to show it. Green's your favorite? Yeah, nice. Both those green, I'm happy with both those greens. Like, I'm very happy with how both of those came out, so. Alright. Mineral spirits, eh? Good old trusty mineral spirits, eh? Well. Alright guys, I gotta run to the restroom real quick. I will be right back. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. I know I do need to like fancy like little boop, flip on like resin and burl. Be right back. That is correct, Alex. A lot of little things we need to do for the stream still, so we'll get there though. Oh man. Let me see if I can butcher this name real quick. Baradilla. I say that? Baradilla. I appreciate you hitting that follow button, becoming a Burl Squad member. Welcome, Baradilla. Bahardilla. Man, I butcher. But burl right back. Yeah, that's a good one. A burl right back sign. I need to empty my trash can too. I need to fucking hire somebody to empty my trash can for me. That's what I need to do. Just kidding. Just kidding. Okay. Hang up this Mineral Spirit shirt. Gotcha. Don't speak Spanish, unfortunately. Just a little tip that Mineral Spirits probably wouldn't be a huge deal, but make sure to, if you ever use any oil-based anything in a rag, make sure to not leave it all folded up and thrown in a pile, because it could spontaneously combust and burn your house down, shop down. So one of the cool things I want to make when I get time is a can crusher. Yeah, I always thought that was like just kind of boring thing that you couldn't really make special, but I've actually seen some pretty cool can crusher, auto fed, auto reject, made of timber. Very nice. Yeah, I've seen some pretty cool ones as of late. Buradilla, I apologize. I don't speak Spanish. I believe that's Spanish. Gusto mucho en epoxy and madera. Something about much epoxy. Yeah. Unfortunate. I don't. I wish I did, but I don't. So, alright guys. So these pieces here, really the only thing left. It's Spanish. He likes epoxy on wood. Awesome. Thanks, Russ. I appreciate it. About the only thing I got from school. Basically saying that epoxy. Yeah, I figured like, but okay. So basically, the only thing left I need to do now is sand these. They've sanded them from 220, 320, 400, and then I'm done. So 220 should go a lot quicker than 120, because I don't have to get out any sanding marks or anything. So I'll probably do quick. I might just do these later. Just batch sand them off stream. Be very easy to just do. Trying to think. I need to order more resin for some bigger pours. I've got this whole list of things I need to do in front of me here. I'm gonna do another round of keychains here soon too. I'm down to my last 15 of those keychains that we did on stream a couple weeks ago, probably 3 or 4 weeks ago now. All of those keychains I'm down to 15. So I've got 15 left, and as soon as those are gone, I've got 14 of them now, sorry. I've got 14 of those keychains left. As soon as those get down below 10, I'm probably going to start another batch of those. So here in the next couple days, I'll probably do another batch of the keychains with the scrap pieces that I've got in my box over there. Should we start a GoFundMe for a new fan? Dude, Prindium, I told you, brother. I told you. This fan, seen the tests of time. It has seen the test of time. It's got auto-tune. Bro, we just figured out $20 auto-tune. Yeah! What? It's my oldest fan. Yeah. But guys, it's obviously it's got a lot of dust, but I don't know. I don't know that I can rightfully get rid of this thing. So the only thing missing the old screw to cover on. There's never actually a screw. The cover was just like a little pinch thing, where went over the top and like pinched it together. So, what we need to do is find that make, model of old fan and send him a few. Oh, the cover on the motor. I think this could probably go back on there actually. But then when I drop it, it's just gonna pop right back off. What did you say about health and safety? Yeah, right. There's only a few things you could stick in there that could really hurt you there. Oh shit. Man, the old fan, the thing is I could get a new one, yeah, but it does its job. It's a fan. So it's usually a screw on the back of the motor holds on the motor. Now there's this thing does have a screw. You are correct. It's missing. That's why it came off. Yeah, the screw must have just vibrated its way out of there over, because it's in the very, very back side, kind of hidden. I didn't even see it until you said something. But yeah, that thing there, it's been a good fan. I've had it for a long time, but you know, it does what it does. Just a machine thread screw. Yeah. It's just a matter of me going and getting it. On mine, the rotator stem has to come off. It's the only thing that holds the back cover on. Gotcha. Yeah, that one there, it appears that there's like this little tiny circle here. I have fans that are 40 years old that I keep running. There you go. Too cheap to buy new? Yep. Yeah, that's like the Walmart special, $15, $20 Walmart special from 10 freaking years ago. Well, I mean, 15-ish plus years ago now at this point, but... Alex, my... Oh, God. Oh, God. You're gonna get me in trouble here. You're gonna get me in trouble here. That would be kind of funny. That would be kind of funny, wouldn't it? Have a OnlyFans to raise my money for a fan. All right. Back to this here. He said just leave. All right. So I've got like 13 minutes. I'm going to do 220 on all of these, and then I'm just going to leave them after 220. Or actually, I don't even want to stand on. I'm going to start picking out pieces for keychains. I've got a big box I can go through, kind of show some of those off. So, because I don't really want to get back into sanding, because I've got to do 320, 400, and I've got like 3 more grids to go to. So I'm not even going to start that when I only have the 15 minutes or so left. These, just going to take. Okay. That one done. Little fan. Okay, this one still need to work on. I'll go there. This one, same thing. Okay. Yo, what's going on, Ducky? Appreciate you joining in, man. Sorry, I'm grabbing some pieces out of my shop here. Trying to grab some pieces for next round of keychains. we're going to get some pieces picked out for, if you don't know what I'm talking about, keychains. These are what I'm talking about. So, burl and resin keychains. Different flavors of burl, different flavors of resin. So, burl and resin keychains. I have 15 of these left, ready to go. 15. Hey, welcome to the Burl Squad. 5+8. Thank you for the follow. Burl Squad member, thank you. So these keychains here, $20 to $25 USD, plus shipping. So, though the Artful Salad Dodger. Hey, the Artful Salad Dodger. Me and you would probably get along quite well. I'm a salad dodger too. About the only salad I like is arugula, or lettuce. I don't really like salad. That's the only lettuce I like. But welcome to the Burl Squad. Thank you for the follow. Wood flavor. Yeah, which flavor of wood do you guys prefer? I prefer, let's see, I prefer like this flavor. Right here. It's a nice chocolatey, gidgy flavor. And with that nice galaxy purple. So these are the last of the keychains that I have available. What I'm going to do now is pick out material that I'm going to use to kind of cut out new ones here soon. So these, is there a crayon flavored wood? I don't know. I'd have to taste them to figure out. I usually just lick them, and you can't get too much taste from just licking. So, Ducky, you're on my TV watching from the couch. Hey, Ducky, there you go, man. You could soak it, I guess. Can you get some info? Yes, Tatum. So, if you guys are interested in a keychain or anything else that I have for sale, make sure to reach out. If you guys have an Instagram page, there is a link to my Instagram page right there. That's probably the easiest place to reach out to me at. We also have a Discord, !Discord. We'll pull up the Discord. But reaching out on my Instagram page, that being my full-time business, that's probably the easiest place to reach out to me, and I can get you information on those, pictures, videos, anything. You could soak what plus 5+8? What do you mean you could soak? I probably just missed what we were talking about there, but weird to see me without a hat, right, guys? Yeah, I don't know how many hours you guys have all wouldn't melt. Oh yeah, got you. Yeah, you could. Melted crayons is weird because I've seen some like melted crayons get used in woodworking stuff before, but the melting point is high enough to where, or is low enough to where like any real heat could potentially melt that. Like really anything at all could potentially melt that. So it's interesting, the crayons. I'd like to look into it. You could like put epoxy on top of on top of crayons. Yep, there you go, Tatum. And so Instagram, I mean, if you guys want to reach out on here, and then we can exchange emails, and I can send pictures through emails if you guys don't have a Instagram or a Discord or anything like that. But Instagram or Discord probably going to be the easiest way to reach out to me. So those keychains and everything, they start out as like off-cut blanks like this from bigger blocks. So this block here in particular, I could kind of show you guys exactly. Yes, Artful Salad Dodger. So yes, it depends on what I'm working on. So all of this stuff here, all of these blanks for these keychains is all stabilized material. Yeah. So stabilized block. This one doesn't go on this side. I think it goes on this side. I gotta figure out where this came from. It's more difficult than it looks. So this was a custom order for a guy. So I had this this stabilized maple burl block here that he wanted this blue line cut in between. So I cut the block and then moved it apart at a 45-degree angle and then poured this blue in here. And then he's a knife maker, so he wanted me to cut it up into scales for him. So I told him he ordered 3. I don't know why he wanted 3, but he ordered 3. So he's got his set of scales, and then he's got an extra one to work with as well. So these 3 here, I poured the block as a 2-inch by 2-inch block, and I take it over my bandsaw, cut this slice, cut this slice, cut this slice, and then this is what I was left over with. So I've got this piece of extra left over that I really don't have a use for other than cutting it up into my handmade keychains and everything. So this is what's going to go to the guy. 3 scales. Be one set of knife scales like this, or I mean he could do a number of things with this, but yeah, I stabilize a lot of my stuff, but for like the bottle openers I don't use stabilized wood. John Sin, he is going to split the 3 scales into 6 for 3 knives. Could be. He could be, yeah. Very well could be, because he could take those angles, cut and wrap it around if he wanted to. Yeah, what I think he's going to do, he's going to do this one here, where he has these here. Use these as just a regular knife handle scale here, and then this one I think he'll cut and use for liners and stuff. But 'tis what I would do if it's thick enough. Yeah, so it's 3/8 of an inch thick. That's what, and it's roughly 2 inches wide. So most of my scales are roughly that width there. So that's kind of the process there, and then so that's how I get these pieces here. So, but this one here, I had a little bit of a like air bubble up top there, so I'm gonna cut around that area, but all this other side I can use. So I'm just gonna pick out a few good pieces. I made a few from like this block earlier. I'd do knife handle with matching display box. That'd be sweet. Yeah, that would be cool, Savage. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Appreciate you coming and hanging out. So this block here, this is probably going to be mainly solid resin keychains. So I think I did a few in that last batch that was this yellow and kind of smoky resin in there. So I'll probably take a few off of this one here. I've got this resin blank here that, let me go grab that mineral spirit thing. So like this here, I just put some mineral spirits on it to show the color in it. But this one here has got a number of different colors in this little piece. These so I'm going to probably cut this into several blanks for the little keychains. So we got that. This one here would be nice for it. This box is basically just filled with all different offcut pieces and stuff that I have. I've seen some Banksia blocks before. They look amazing, but they'd probably be hard to get in the States. Banksia blocks aren't hard to get in the United States. I could order Banksia blocks from just about wherever. I've got probably several sources I could reach out to find some whenever. I've just never used them before. They do look very, very cool. That Hicks guy uses liners on everything, so his scales don't need to be that thick. Yeah. Most groceries are here. Gotcha. Most knife makers do use liners for all their stuff. So my typical scale thickness is 3/8 of an inch, so that way if guys want to shape it down, they can shape it down. If they need it thick for like a chef's knife handle or something a little more meaty, they've got it. So 5+8 looks so organized. Is everything else drawer off screen? Everything else off screen is pretty well trashed at the moment. Last week I was able to get this area of my shop completely clean and organized. If you rotate just slightly over 5+8, my CNC machine here is filled with everything. So it's got about a dozen clamps on it, 4 cutting boards that are mid-process, a bunch of random wood, and 2 tape measures that aren't supposed to be there. They're supposed to be up here on my actual board here. So working on getting that side of the shop all cleaned up and finished up and everything. Now that looks like a shop. Yeah, you should see my other side of the shop over there. Yeah. Ancient fan is still going strong though. It's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. I'll leave that thing on for months at a time. I don't even give a shit. Yo, loaded Corona, 3 months, my dude. Thank you. Thank you for the tier 1 sub, man. I really appreciate the support, dude. I really do. Yeah, the ancient fan's still going. Yeah, 3 months. Can't believe it's been 3 months already. So, I missed something else there. Oh, my wife said that the groceries are here. So, guys, it is that time. It's time for me to head out, go get my kids. I got to go help get the groceries inside. We had them delivered. Isn't it a crazy time to be alive, guys? Crazy time to be alive. You can have everything delivered. It's weird. It's weird. So, Corona, thank you for the tier 1 sub, my dude. I really appreciate all the support. Everybody that followed, I really appreciate all the follows, guys. I think my computer's behind. It's not, my activities aren't popping up, but thank you for all you guys coming and hanging out. Really appreciate the support. I am going to be Instacart. Yeah, I am going to be streaming tonight. 10 p.m. tonight I'll be starting. We'll see how late I go since I got some time done in the shop today. I'm going to try to get in tonight and get a little bit more done. Maybe get these ready for hardware, and then work on some keychains probably. So out of resin right now, unfortunately. I might be able to pour a little bit of resin with a different type, but yeah, I'll be back on hopefully tonight. Got a few pieces. We got probably 10 keychains out of these blanks here that we'll get. So maybe 10 out of these, and then I'll pick some more. There's one that's already ready to go. A little square blank right there. So a little Gidgey. Not the coolest looking Gidgey piece, but you know. Thanks for the educated ordering keychain soon. Have a good one, everyone. Tatum, I appreciate it. Just reach out whenever. I will have more that I'm working on. Obviously, we're going to be working through more over the next couple streams. So, thank you. I really appreciate you guys. Let's raid somebody. We got 30 people in here still, so let's find somebody to raid. Anybody have any suggestions? Anybody that they follow? Yeah, we got Burl raid. Dang, just got back. Yeah, shooter, it's 5 p.m. buddy. I gotta go. Gotta go get the kids. But I will be back 5 hours from now. 5 hours from now will be 10 p.m. and I will be JK. Perfect. Thank you, Prindium. I just saw your message come through. So, Calamity Cat. So those other two that you guys suggested, I'll get them soon. Calamity Cat just followed the channel and became a Burl Squad member the other day. So I'd love to throw viewers at people who are in here first, and then the suggestions. So Pixie Dot and the other one. What was the other one? I'll make sure to try to raid the Robotron. I'll make sure to try to raid those soon, guys. But thanks again, guys. Let me see. Calamity Cat. I should, since I follow him. Calamity Cat's a lot of fun. Yeah. Like I said, I try to raid people who come in and join the stream and everything. So Calamity Cat has 47. Okay. Let me see what those other ones. They've got a pretty damn good sized stream right now. Let me see Pixie Dot. Pixie Dot has 19. Okay. So they have less. How much? Whoever has the least amount of viewers, we're going with that one. Robotron. They've got 148. Okay. So we are going to go with Pixie Dot. Pixie Dot, guys. They have the fewest viewers. Pixie DOT. But yeah, Calamity Cat. Shout out to them. Make sure to go give them a view too sometime. So, ooh, wow. Whatever Pixie Dot is working on looks very, very cool. So, looks like a drawing or stencil of some sort. Well, my computer's trying to get this pulled up, so. Hey, Bonds Joker. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Burl Squad Bonds Joker. Unfortunately, you're catching us at the very end of the street. Wood burning, perfect, perfect. I couldn't tell from just that. Pixie dot. Start raid. Man, I don't know what's going on. Why my computer is doing this. I click start raid, nothing's happening. Let me restart. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, everybody. I'm trying to get out of here. I'm trying to raid. I just jumped in. Shane got the end. I have a little resin. Hey, Bonds Joker. I'm gonna be live again here in 5 hours. So 5 hours from now, I will be going live again. So there's my Instagram page there. Okay, it's loading. Okay, here we go. Here we go. It's going. It's going. Now it's going. I just need to click raid. God, my computer's so bad. I apologize, guys. Fingers crossed we'll get that new one soon. 23 raids. Here we go. 10 seconds. Raid. Guys, thank you again for all the support. Burl Squad. Show some love to Pixie Dot. 10 p.m. tonight, I'll be back on. Go show some love. Later, everybody.